Okay, here we are at episode number 3. So here we are continuing working with our audio delivering and we are still 4 minutes away from our presentation. What I advise you to do. Of course, instead of repeating all the decks that you've planned before, instead of getting into that trap, better to put your additional emphasis and attention to your diction. So continue making warm-ups and doing these warm-ups in order to increase the quality of the sound. It's super easy to get your articulation well prepared for, and using tongue twisters, it's really fun, really easy, and really it's getting you into results. So effective tongue twisters for you. I will send you the list of tongue twisters. There are 50 of them there. So I really highly recommend you to go and do this every morning, every evening, and every time 5 minutes away from your presentation. So let's repeat after me. What is the main difference? So the main order for you will be to start every time from the articulation warm-ups, because in that second episode we prepared your muscles to provide the quality of the sound. But now we should to work with your diction as a part of audio delivery. And that's why let's try to repeat this small tongue twister after me. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would chuck he would as much as he could, and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood. So it's very easy. You'll find this tongue twister there and you will be able to repeat it. But do this every day in order to get your articulation in a very great position and your diction being ready to start your audio delivering in a very great manner. So one more tongue twister for you to know. She sells seashells by the seashore, but seashells are not seashells anymore. One more time. She sells seashells by the seashore, but seashells are not seashells anymore. So continue doing these tongue twisters and the list of tongue twisters below. So my advice for you, where to start, how to prepare your presentation and your articulation form and delivering is to write down the words, to repeat them very slowly, and then just add the speech pace. What is speech pace? Let's discuss here as well. Speech pace is the speed of your speech. So how fast you speak means how high your speech pace will be. We have 3 types of speech pace. It is like a high speech pace, medium, and slow. I recommend you to remain medium speech pace, because in different formats, for example, according and regarding to the format, if you're a news presenter, you will use high speech pace. If you feel that you work as an interviewer, or you need to grab audience attention and involve their feelings, you don't need to speak fast. You need to speak slow but very effective. That's why our articulation, which we worked on before, there's our jaw, tongue, and lips, will provide you with a great combination of really quality of your diction. So she sells seashells by the seashore, but seashells are not seashells anymore. That's why we need to work with our diction. Of course, there are some difficult words where you can face them and where you can see that you've made a mistake there. That's why I highly recommend you to take the text, not 5 minutes away from your presentation, but 5 days away will be great. You take the text and just read it out loud. Keep reading it out loud means that you take the text and then list 10 vacations or adventures you went on as a family. So you'll keep reading any text that you want, any text that will fit you. For me, there is like 10 advices how to spend time, but for you it can be something more, something easier for you to read, but you need to read it out loud every day, because your tongue twisters, your diction should be well prepared every day. When you face your audience, when you face and attract your audience attention, you need to think about how to be very bright in your specific manner. That's how it works. So just open the book somewhere, read the text out loud, and record yourself to your audio, because while working with audio delivery means that we need to work not with the video but with voice recording. Voice recording will give you the main results that you are expecting. So list 10 vacations or adventures you went on as a family. Where did you go? Who chose the destination? And what memories stand out? So this is the text that you can repeat, or any text that you want to repeat, but use your diction. Your sounds should be very well heard. That's why we need to activate all of that parts: articulation, diction, and third key point, which we are standing on during the presentation, is intonation. What I mean telling you about intonation. As for intonation, I mean 3 ways of intonating the text. The first rule will be for intonation, like using 3 ways, and the second rule will be dividing it into phrases, because many people, they are not very bright at their output because of lacking these stress words. Let's talk about this phrase. List 10 vacations or adventures you went on as a family. So here we can see the sentence of 7 or 8 words. It will be the best option for you. No commas, no long sentences. No, it shouldn't be here on TV. You should be short, fast, like a flash, like a splash. List 10 vacations or adventures you went on as a family. We have 2 phrases here, and we can put 1 pause here. That's why your intonation rules will be really easy to implement on tongue twisters. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck? It can be like a 1 phrase. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck? Pause. If a woodchuck could chuck wood. Here we can see that we have 2 ways of intonating text. One way is going down, it means this is the falling intonation, and second way is going up, it means this is rising intonation. What I'm telling you about is to make a pyramid, like a pyramid, going up and then down. Every phrase should be divided into the pyramid for you to show your viewers that you are a very attractive speaker. Find the dot or the question mark in your sentence. For example, what was your favorite part of each trip? This is the question here. So it means for me how I work with the text for television presenting or presenting it somewhere. We work with the dot or the question mark at the end of the sentence. You find there and you decide, before you even tell us that fact, you decide which intonation you would like to, where you would like to lead your audience to. Up, like encouraging or asking, or down, like stating something very confident. Because we have this third way of intonating, it is called level intonation. It's just straight. So if I can draw you, I will do it like this: going up, then going down, and level intonation, which is not good for us. So that means that we should avoid that. Use these rules. Just mark your text with this intonation pattern. So if you can see, I have text here. So how I can work with that? I find the question mark and decide that I would like it to go up. This is my work with the text as a TV presenter. That's why in choosing what to use, up or down, I use, for example, I decided that I would like to end the sentence on the rising intonation. That means that before using this rising intonation, I should use falling intonation. This is the rule, and not everybody knows that rule. What I mean, it means like, what was your favorite part of each trip? I'm going down, then I go up. This is the rule. If you want to go up, if you want to go down, you need to start going up. Like list 10 vacations or adventures. I'm starting high and then go down. What was your favorite part of the trip? So instead of making questions or statements, try to use intonation. If you feel some difficulties with delivering your intonation in the correct way, think about small exercise here. It is called "It was interesting," or other words, it is called 3, 2, 1. Find last 3 words of every sentence that you want to try to intonate. Like here, I can say, who choose the destination and what memories stand out? Memories stand out will be 3 last words in my sentence. How I work with intonation, how I try myself and train myself here. I would like to, for these 3 words, go down, like 3, 2, 1. Memories stand out. Who choose the destination? I go up because at the end I go down. And what memories stand out? 3, 2, 1. Memories stand out. It was interesting. It is the best way to state that you are confident in what you're saying. Because mostly my students, before this information, they do the same mistakes, like I don't know what destination to choose and what memories stand out. No, what memories stand out and what destination to choose. Going either up or down. No level intonation. Avoid level intonation. For you, in the materials, you'll find great practical exercises about "it was interesting." It was interesting. I'm going down. 3, 2, 1. Only 3 words. Going up. It was interesting. It was interesting. Repeat that after me. Record yourself. Listen to these recordings and decide if you were right. We'll check this over the practical Zoom class with a group, but still now try yourself and keep doing this every day. Keep reading this, using this information, intonation every day. So, it was interesting. It was interesting. It was interesting. The last one was level. Really, it's not a good option for us. It will not work with you if you are a TV presenter. You need to encourage audience to do something, not just telling them information. So, it was interesting. It was interesting. We have also mixed intonation. It is like you want to do this. It was interesting. It was interesting. It was it interesting? It's better to use in the question. Was it interesting? Like 2, 1, 3, I go this. So you can even draw yourself a scheme. So now when you know this is not just a picture for you. You know what to do with that. 2, 1, 3. Was it interesting? So you know, you don't just ask was it interesting. Was it interesting? Because you are involving people into your conversation. For example, you're Oprah and you're a star of the interview show. That's why you need not just ask questions. You need to gather people together as a community, which are your followers, your fans, and they see in your personality, they see the great support for everybody. That's why you even push the people to tell you some secrets and facts. That is only the first steps here. So I encourage you to start training your intonation patterns, start working with text and rewrite text in the way that it will be convenient for you to intonate them, either using falling or rise in intonation. In some additional materials to this class, you'll find the text, some famous public speeches, which I encourage you to try to read, intonate, and record yourself and try to do that. But at the second class of our program in Zoom, I'll check all of that and we'll work with you together with your perfect intonation and diction.